3 5-minute rounds. The bout is judged as a whole. Think of it as one big round. Knees to the head of a grounded opponent are legal. No spiking or throwing on the head, neck, or spine.
From the blue corner, Harlisson Nunes!
Harlisson Nunes out of Para, Brazil. Now training out of the Phuket Fight Club in the beautiful island of Phuket, Thailand. Tushawa is the nickname, and it means war boss. And that's exactly what this young man has been bred to do. Go to war and be a boss, Brian. He started capoeira at 13 years old, transitioned over to kickboxing, then went into MMA. He left his family in Para, Brazil, and moved to Rio. Spent 6 years training under the legend Pedro Rizzo out there in Rio. Refined his craft, got some good fights under his belt, and then left his beautiful country of Brazil to come to our beautiful country of Thailand. Now been training out here in Phuket, Thailand, and just loving it. This guy throws leg kicks like Pedro Rizzo, Brian. He's nasty. He's coming off of a big win, and he's ready for his One Friday Fights debut.
Ooh, Mitch. Low kicks like Pedro Rizzo. I cannot wait to see that. He's an orthodox mixed martial arts stylist, but a very well-schooled striker. You talk about the capoeira background, the kickboxing background, great timing and footwork. He closes the distance well to his takedowns, has crushing ground and pound, good defense, good passes on the ground as well. In this fight, I want to see him utilize his right hand as a counter to the southpaw opponent and utilize that top presser. Try to keep this fight standing. That is where he will be strongest.
He says that he brings exciting fights, and he plans on delivering one here tonight.
From the red corner, Ilyas Eziyeu!
Ilyas Eziyeu is back inside Lumpini, and this crowd is giving him a nice pop. He's got some fans in the building. A lot of Tiger Muay Thai students out here showing him some love. This Belarus national wrestling champion started freestyle wrestling with his brother at just 11. And then he was winning championships in Belarus at 12. He started MMA and then just started to turn things up. So, you know that he's bringing a very strong Russian wrestling game to this town because he's got over 200 wrestling matches on his record. He's got 2 wins already, Brian. You've seen him fight both times. What do you think of this young man?
The wrestling pedigree is legit, Mitch, and it's going to be really important for him in this fight. He is a southpaw fighter, so that left hand, another important weapon. Just an excellent wrestling background, but he has great footwork and very sharp boxing skills as well, so he can really hang on the feet. The pressure that he puts on his opponents from the top position is heavy like a blanket. He needs to shoot a takedown and work that ground and pound. Can he get a 3rd win tonight, Mitch?
Coming up is 3 5-minute rounds of bantamweight MMA. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, training out of Phuket Fight Club, holding an MMA record of 7 wins and 2 losses. Representing Brazil, Harlisson Nunes! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, training out of Akhmat and 1 chance, holding an MMA record of 7 wins and 1 loss. Representing Belarus, Ilyas Eziyeu!
Come here, blue here. this side, please. You both understand the rules. Let's keep this clean, keep it active. Obey my instructions at all time. Touch glove if you want. Back to your corners. Judge, 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 judge time. You ready? You ready? Let's go!
This is the world's largest martial arts platform, and winning convincingly gives you the best shot, and that's exactly what Eziyeu is trying to do. Brian, we spoke at length about his wrestling, but he wants to strike in this one. He says Harlisson Nunes is not ready for the storm that is coming his way, and he is already starting to put hands on the Brazilian as he gets into the double leg, reaps out the leg, spins around, and puts Nunes on his back.
Wow, Mitch, we knew that he had solid boxing, but that left hand, that southpaw left hand, very effective there. The angles, the footwork, really just drilling Nunes with that left over and over, and then using it to set up the takedown here now in top position. His top pressure is so heavy, you're gonna have to watch the arm. Needs to be careful here, but really, Eziyeu just great on the feet, and goes to his strength, the takedown, and now working the ground and pound where he might be even better.
Big shots raining down on Nunes as Eziyeu is really starting to let things go in this very first round, trying to get Nunes out of there. Just crushing him up against the ropes with some incredible top pressure. Nunes needs to slow down this onslaught because Eziyeu is starting to go to work.
Well, I really like his strategy, how smart he was. He had success on the feet, but it's a bit 50-50 when you're trading in the pocket with someone like Harlisson Nunes. He was smart. He then used his punches to set up the takedown and really took Harlisson here to deep water, to where he is comfortable, this top pressure game. So he's not only, you know, very well schooled and is very explosive, but he's patient and composed.
Oh, right as Nunes was trying to work his way back up to his feet, that left hand touches the chin yet again. Nunes is getting busted up on the ground, Brian, as Eziyeu tries to work past the guard, pushing down on the legs, forcing Nunes into half guard. Eziyeu just brushing off any attempt at Nunes trying to get control of his posture. You can see that Nunes has got that knee shield up, but Eziyeu is just going to keep trying to work past it, smashing him down in half guard, good control, the underhook on the near side as Harlisson Nunes is able to get into full guard, looking to attack a possible Kimura, looking to sweep Eziyeu, but very hard against the Belarus Russian national champion, just crushing down on Nunes.
That's the thing, isn't it, Mitch? The physicality of these wrestlers, so hard to sweep them, so hard to affect submissions because they just are so physically dominant. Here he is, just keeping the pressure up.
Man, Eziyeu had some success on the feet. You should let him back up.
Let's go.
The boxing was on point. Look at that check left hook, or check right hook, I should say, as Nunes goes to the body, wobbles him with a right hand. Like you said, trading with Nunes is a recipe for danger.
It's just always a little more 50-50 on the feet there. Eziyeu sharp with the footwork in the left hand, but Nunes sharp as well. Back in the clinch here now along the ropes. Eziyeu, no doubt, looking for an opportunity to get this fight back to the ground.
Good job of controlling the underhook and starting winging punches at each other. But this is Nunes's field. He loves the striking. Been doing capoeira since the age of 13, kickboxing since the age of 14. Very dynamic with the kicks. Looking to go to the body with that one. But these things are coming a little slower than we're used to seeing with Nunes. I've been watching a lot of footage on Nunes this week, and he's very explosive, very fast. I think that those first 5 minutes, especially the maybe 4 minutes of on the ground, have really slowed him down a little bit. Nice check, right hook as Eziyeu enters into a single leg, turns the corner, and puts Nunes on his backside.
Anytime that you're facing a great wrestler, it can be hard to open up with your strikes if you're worried about the takedown. He just tasted for a lot of this round how effective Eziyeu is on the ground, definitely not wanting to go back there, but he's gonna have to let his hands go. He is gonna have to open up at some point in this fight.
Short elbows from the bottom by Nunes as he's able to get a little bit of damage off before the bell sounds. It looks like the first round is about to come to a close. Fights are judged in their entirety, not round by round like the 10-point must system. Think of it as one big round with just a couple of breaks in the middle. But that first round was one-way traffic, and it was headed to Belarus via Eziyeu.
Gotta say, I like those little elbows from Harlisson there from his back at the end. He's very much still in this fight. But like you said, Mitch, the pressure from Eziyeu, just intense. Great with his left hand. Here, a little bit wild with the guard, but following up nicely. Just demonstrating his ground and pound skills, working out of that half guard position there. Eziyeu comfortable on his feet and on the ground in that round, Mitch.
Very good round for Ilyas Eziyeu. In those first 5 minutes, second round, here we go. This is the opportunity for fighters to punch their ticket to the world's largest martial arts organization. But you need to show domination, win convincingly every single time you get out there, Brian. And you can make your way to the world's largest martial arts organization. Eziyeu pump faking. He's trying to set up that big left hand yet again. But Nunes dropped when he landed a shot. Looks like they both could have touched the chin there as they both momentarily stumbled, but right back up to the feet. Eziyeu says, no more striking for you, Nunes. I'm taking your legs and you're going down.
Mitch, that was crazy. We got to see that in the replay. It looked like they both dropped. Hard to tell if it was a slip, who landed what. What a moment. Nunes really seeming to struggle with getting a bead on the left hand of Eziyeu. And then, of course, Eziyeu doing a great job of utilizing his striking to get in on the takedown back in this top position where he can affect a lot of damage.
He might be struggling with the takedown defense, but that right hand has got some power to it. He's got to find a way to work back up to his feet so he can let that monster go. Because he's got heat inside that right hand. He's just not getting the opportunity to really throw it because once Eziyeu feels that power, there's the double leg, there's the single leg, trying to get this thing back down to the mat. Great IQ demonstrated by Ilyas Eziyeu.
Yeah, Nunes is, if he gets back to his feet, is really going to need to get on his bicycle, control the distance, and try to catch Eziyeu coming in with a counter right hand or a knee on a shot.
Oh, kick! Catches him straight in the head. Mohamed Suleiman thought about the stoppage, but Eziyeu is hurt as he's about to carry him on his shoulders. Can Eziyeu survive? He gets into the single. Nunes is trying to empty the gas tank and get Eziyeu out of there. Big knee to the head. Monster left hook sends him crashing to the canvas. And what a stoppage win for Harlisson Nunes. All he needs is one. That was a different one, though. That was a kick from the bottom that started all the chaos.
Wow, and Harlisson Nunes, coach, is pumped. That was wild.
Every time he was on his back, he was throwing those up kicks, right? And he finally found the mark, got the heel to the jaw. Let's see that. Let's run that back. Look at this. Oh, this is way before. This is all the action before that. Look at this. Boom, knees, elbows. Harlisson Nunes letting it go. We got to see that up kick yet again. Here he is diving in for the takedown, trying to work his way back up, but Harlisson Nunes, look at that big monster clothesline, sends him crashing into the canvas. What a fight, what a comeback, Brian. Woo!
Nunes just making this fight work for him, especially against such a tough, dominant wrestler. We saw him use those elbows from the bottom, but this time it was the kicks. Wow!
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes and 16 seconds in the second round, your referee has called a stop to this contest. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, Harlisson Nunes!
Harlisson Nunes picking up a huge victory here in his debut, getting the knockout by up kick in the second round. He was